Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are going to be looking at one of the longest running shows in Adult Swim history. With over a whopping 200 episodes, Robot Chicken. And we're gonna be traveling on down to IMDb to find out the top 5 worst rated episodes of all time for the series. We're gonna be analyzing each episode to find out whether or not they deserve their spot at the bottom. My name's Dakosity, and if you enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing because, well, I am a very small YouTuber and it helps me a ton. I like the dopamine when the number goes up, and more dopamine means more videos for you. I like making videos for you. You're a cool person. Anyways, without further ado, let's hop right into number 5, baby. So number 5 on our list is season 8, episode 8, Joel Hurwitz. So this one's a pretty boring episode, I'm not gonna lie. There were a few good puns here and there, few good jokes, few good clips. Like for example, when they were like, oh, the salmon are swimming upstream to spawn, and then it's revealed that they're actually going to spawn, like the comic book character Spawn, the fish. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Or when Wolverine and Jean Grey enter a dating show, and this Sarah chick just keeps saying, "This changes everything.
This changes everything. This changes everything. This changes everything. Johnny Bananas is dead?"
There's a Minecraft clip when the guy just builds a house around the sheep and he's about to, I'm assuming, plow the sheep. I don't know why there's so many sex jokes in this one episode, I'm gonna be honest. And then a humanoid cow comes in through the door and punches the dude. The episode starts off with a gay joke with like 2 army people being strapped in a parachute together, right? But the dude is like facing the wrong way. And right after that, there's a thing with a bone bus. But oh no, one of Barbie's friends accidentally got on the bone bus instead of the Barbie mobile or whatever. So now there's like a car chase, but then Ken swoops in and the guy's like, oh man, you could do adult films. There were 2 really good clips from this. Pinocchio becoming a real boy and then actually having to deal with the consequences of being a child of that age with 0 immune system whatsoever, because obviously he was never around to build it. Normally kids, when they're growing up, they do a lot of disgusting things to, experience a lot of different germs, but no, Pinocchio, he gets a staph infection because the woman put a catheter into him and he wasn't immune to anything. He ends up just dying. And the fairy godmother's like, oh man, you couldn't be happy with a sentient puppet. No, you just had to have a real boy. God forbid you get a woman pregnant. Am I right? I also really like the end skit where it was like a predator dating show, I guess. Not really. Long story short, Arnold Schwarzenegger just gets a female housemaid predator pregnant.
Oh no!
And that's how the episode ends. My least favorite clip from this is definitely the Creature of the Black Lagoon skit with like the School of Rock, I'm assuming that is. I don't know half these references, right? This show was made for people like 20 years older than me, a lot of the references. But like it just went on way too long. It really was not that funny. The end part where it's revealed that he can't actually play the guitar and then just starts killing people, that did get a slight laugh out of me. It wasn't really a real laugh. It was more so just finally something happened that I actually enjoyed. The criminal minds pun though, that was funny. It was mimes that were criminals, so they're criminal mimes. Dude, genius. Who's writing your stuff, Seth? Who's writing this? Anyways, yeah, I can see why it was ranked this low. It just like, I was very bored watching it. These episodes are 11 minutes and it felt like 20, but it wasn't god awful, right? It was just incredibly mid. Next up on our list, episode 4, Robot Chicken Specials, episode 19. It's not a season, it's a weird specials thing. That's interesting. Freshly baked, the Robot Chicken Santa Claus Pot Cookie Freakout Special. That's the entire title, I am sorry. And yes, it's as obnoxious as the title. I'm already gonna come out and say it, this episode does kind of stink in my opinion, like a big time. Now the premise is really funny. Santa's got a stick up his ass at the beginning, right? He goes into this random house, he's delivering presents, whatever. Then he eats some cookies, but the cookies make him trip balls, right? They clearly have something in them. They're like a super pot cookie. That's funny. right? Having an entire episode where Santa's just trying to like deal with tripping out of this world. The problem is it's a musical, and I hate musicals myself personally. Even when Family Guy has a good one, right? I know this isn't Family Guy, but just in general, adult animation, for some reason they love to shove musicals and stuff. But Family Guy, American Dad, they can sometimes pull it off. Same with South Park, to be honest. But an entire episode where every 30 seconds, it's just bang, 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 musical, not a fan. All right. There's some funny bits in there, like halfway through the episode, it's revealed that Santa's in the home of the nerd, another reoccurring character in the Robot Chicken franchise. The nerd makes a callback to the last special that they did where he and Santa interacted too. And the memories fall onto the ground and Santa's like, no, don't let them fall to the ground. I'll lose them forever. I'll lose my memories. Because he's like tripping balls. And so that part got me. That part was funny. Santa also goes upstairs and just starts rifling through the nerd's like medicine cabinet, just taking everything in sight, and he just vomits out of every orifice of his body. Diarrhea, blood. Listen, gross out humor is funny when everything else is dog water, okay? It's also just funny in general because I'm just a terrible person. Like my sense of humor is so shot, dude. Bombadillo, crocodilo, like that stuff's funny to me. And yet for some reason I couldn't even enjoy this one because of the goddamn musicals. I apologize, God, for using your name in vain. My bad. So Santa dies from overdosing on all the nonsense that he took out of the medicine cabinet, right? And then he meets Jesus. And then Jesus shows him the true meaning of Christmas by doing some hip hop song, right? Santa wakes up and he's in a body bag because he's in the morgue because they pronounced him dead. That part also got me. That part was funny. But overall, yeah, this episode was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. Which is a big surprise because usually Robot Chicken does very good specials. Like they're kind of known for that, at least in my opinion. Their specials are like the best things that they do, especially involving Santa Claus. So I'm very surprised that this was such a stinker. And it's only number 4. I would have put this at like the bottom. Number 3, season 11, episode 17, may cause an excess of ham. I'm really starting to see a trend here where I just don't get the references on these like very low popularity ones. It opens up with just the Ghost Rider being on Survivor and that he gets kicked off, so the guy just puts out his head. That one's just a stupid slop pun, right? It's so inoffensive. It's kind of funny, not really. Just kind of passing time. The next clip though is for Recess, like the show Recess, and they're bringing in like a Beyond Scared Straight type thing where they bring in a prisoner, and the prisoner mentions that they have recess for like 3 hours a day or something, right? They're just in the yard like all the time, and that gets the kids like, what, you guys have recess that much? An extra 300 something hours of recess a year? I want to go to the jail. That was pretty funny. It was okay. It wasn't that funny. I didn't laugh out loud or anything, but I smiled a little bit. I don't get this reference either, but there's like a rabbit in a house and he's just, oh, good night to every object around, and then he gets yelled at because he lives in an apartment complex. And the guy's like, you do this every night. You have neighbors, please. Then there's another longer clip where it's Winnie the Pooh and the moon's coming down. It's gonna kill everybody. And they just kind of accept their fate, but then it turns out the moon just burned up in the atmosphere. Honestly, this is like for a longer clip, it was a nothing burger, really. Some blonde girl willingly gets her head bashed into a locker because she needs something to make her stand out because she lost her braces and that was her one defining feature. That one was really stupid too, I'm gonna be honest. There's a joke making fun of Alita Battle Angel's eyeballs being gigantic because she has these massive contact lenses that the dude uses as a cup on accident. I appreciated this just for that being mentioned at all. What is it called? Alita Battle Angel? I don't know. I remember the movie though. It was very good. Let me know in the comments if you remember that movie. I hope there's a sequel coming out, isn't there? I don't know. There should be. Then they do a sequel to one of my favorite skits of the whole franchise, which is like when they start saying, when you give a mouse a cookie and a bunch of insane stuff happens. This time that the mouse accidentally clicks a pop-up ad that brings up another pop-up ad to where he buys, male genitalia enhancement pills. So the mouse starts doing adult films because he's got a big schlong. He then gets picked up by Hollywood to become an actual actor, but then normal audiences don't like that because he's got a big schlong and it's the only thing they can see. So now he's homeless, can't afford the male enhancement pills anymore. So his dong falls off. I'm sorry, not his dong, his penis. And a pigeon comes up and eats the dick. It would have kept going too. It cuts off when the lady's like, oh, when you give a pigeon a mouse's cock or something like that. like where is this going? That was actually funny. The next clip is these dinosaur Ninja Turtle ripoffs like, oh man, there's already so many crime-fighting mutants. No one cares about us fossils anymore. Some guy at the bar approaches them like, hey, you know, I know a way to make you some real money. And it's the guy from Jurassic Park. So you think that he's gonna put them in a zoo or something. No, they're strippers. You get this pleasant visual of dinosaur toys stripping, and they're like, I've never felt more alive. These are usually good, the Scooby-Doo skits. Honestly, this is definitely one of the weaker ones though. Fred and Daphne want to find like a catchphrase for themselves. They're trying to make one, but everyone else in the group is like, no, you're the hot ones, you don't get catchphrases, sorry, let us have something. And they keep trying until Daphne confuses herself so much her head blows up. The next clip, we get a perspective from the, what are they, wildebeest? From the Lion King when they're stampeding over Mufasa. They're like, oh, you should turn around, I think you hit something. I got brain on my hoof. And they leave a letter apologizing. It's stupid, man. More slop, to be honest. And I don't know where this clip is from. Like, I don't know what this is referencing. I remember this creature, this like alien toy or whatever the hell it is. I don't know where it's from though. Please let me know in the comments if you remember. It just comes into this people's house and it starts rolling stuff up in a ball like a snowball. And it even ends up picking them up and like dogs and stuff all around town. It becomes a giant terror and then the clip ends. And finally, we end off the episode with the some kind of Golden Girls plot. I think it's the Golden Girls. I don't know. I don't care. Sex in the City. I don't know these stupid female shows. Okay, leave me alone. But like they go into space and there's aliens. It's dumb. It ruined it. Weakest part of the episode, in my opinion, to be honest. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. So yeah, the trend continues with just kind of flat out mid episodes. I guess they are rated in like the 6s. So yeah, they're mid. We'll keep going though. Maybe we'll find a diamond in the rough. Number 2 on our list is actually very surprising to me. It's another Robot Chickens special, episode 20. The Bleepin' Robot Chickens Archie Comics special. So when I first saw this, I read Archie Comics. I was like, they did a Sonic the Hedgehog special, because you know when I hear Archie, I think of the Archie Comics with like all the broken versions of Sonic and all that, right? But no, it's this like older actual comics, right? I guess they're both actual comics, but you know what I mean. Not my time, okay? That definitely not from my time. So like there's the Pussycats in space. They're trying to get rid of like this like alien plot. Seth Green gets murdered, which is funny, while singing. It then cuts to showing us Archie's backstory. You know, he's a wee lad and his parents are making him choose between them. They're fighting. And then it cuts to his adult life, well, I guess junior high life, where now 2 women are making him choose. And he's like, I can't do it. You know, he's twitching. He's making him brain dead. He starts crying and they're like, what the hell? That one got a laugh out of me. They do a little bit about sexual education. The old lady's like, yeah, I had sex last week. And they're like, what? They do this pride parade, but there's only one gay character in the entire town, since I'm assuming this is an older school comic, so there's literally just like token characters for certain things, right? So that was funny. Also, I'm pretty sure that's Rex's voice actor from
That went so much better than our Black History Month parade, right?
I forget the guy's name because I don't know these comics whatsoever, but like the bad kid is out in the woods. He's talking about porking people or whatever, and he finds a dead body and posts it online for some reason. Then the male teacher, we get to see how pathetic his life is, and there's a whole song about it. He starts fantasizing about the high school girls, and then he gets arrested because his pants fall down and he has an erection in the middle of the hallway. The big stupid football guy, I forget his name too. Again, I don't remember anything. I literally just watched the episode. I don't remember anything. He attacks this dude because he was talking bad about his girlfriend. So then an army recruiter's like, hey, you know, we could use that. And they throw in like a paper airplane or something to the terrorist, and they read it and they're just reading bad things about the guy's girlfriend, and he just pops out of nowhere and just bashes their brains in. We cut back to the Pussycats, and thankfully, by the way, they put a cat in a microwave. The cat gets out of the microwave. They find the alien. Turns out you can't cut it in half because it'll multiply, and it starts multiplying even more. Starts eating everybody, and the rocket starts coming down the Earth. We cut back to Earth, and oh man, the blonde girl, well, you know, her cousin's back in town, her sister, I don't remember again. But filling in for her position is actually Bitch Puddin', one of my favorite characters in the entire Robot Chicken franchise. She hears that the football players were calling her sister a hoe. Oh, I guess she was a sister. So she just goes into the locker room and beats the ever-living hell out of them. It's always a treat when Bitch Puddin' is in the show, I'm gonna be honest. Archie sings a song about loving Veronica because she lets him hit, but he gets her pregnant, and then they do some, crazy Bonnie and Clyde stuff where they just start going around killing people, and then they die because Mitch, even without his head, still protects his girlfriend's honor, and now he's in hell singing the demons. The spaceship lands, and the aliens come out, killing Veronica, and we find out that the aliens, when they eat Rodney, or whatever the hell the bad guy's name was, he had herpes. Turns out the aliens don't like herpes. So everyone who slept with him, or anyone who slept with the guy, has to just kiss the aliens to make them blow up. Turns out everyone has slept with Archie, including the dog and the teachers. So they just go around kissing the aliens, and Archie ends up getting killed because he can't choose between the blonde and the brunette alien for some reason, even though I feel like they would have killed him regardless. Someone should have probably helped him with the 2v1 there, but that's just me. The episode ends with the teacher in prison just hanging himself. So overall, I don't think this should be the lowest rated. It's definitely one of the weaker specials, but I enjoyed it. There was actually quite a few funny jokes in there. And maybe I'm a little biased because as soon as I heard Rex's voice, I locked in. I was like, oh my God, I can make a joke about that. I know Invincible. That's on my YouTube channel. That has one of my highest viewed videos, even though it's just 5 minutes of me ranting about the Immortal that I should have probably made out, to 20 minutes for ad revenue and subscribers. Because I could yap all day about that, as you can see from the fact that I yap all the time about nothing. All right, I guess we'll hop on the number. Are we on number 1 or 2? Oh my God, we're at number 1. All right, let's hop on the number 1, shall we? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And the worst rated episode in Robot Chicken history, according to IMDb, is Season 7, Episode 5, Legion of Super Gyros. We start off with a quick little pun. These guys are trying to enter these strip clubs. There's 2 right next to each other. One says live nude girls and the other one says nude girls. That one's a funny pun. It's implying that the one on the left does not have living nude girls, just dead ones, because you can only be alive or dead. And that's funny. That's a funny joke right there. I love necrophilia. Don't leave that last part in. And there's a bit with E.T. He's trying to eat candy and he's like, oh, M&M. And he's like, oh, this is disgusting. And the kid comes over. He's like, what? It's a Reese's Pieces, which I have to agree. I do not like peanut butter M&Ms. Well, actually, I like peanut M&Ms, right? The big one, like the yellow bag with the big fat ones. No, Reese's Pieces, they suck. I hate them. They stink. The cups, they're fine. They're delicious. The pieces, though, just give me M&Ms. Like, what are you thinking? What were you thinking? This next clip, though, this one's kind of funny. They start singing, yes, but it's Planet of the Apes. The ape's like, oh man, I'm gonna bang this human, and then the guy's like, what the hell? But then he starts singing about banging the female ape, and then they talk to each other like, oh, you can speak English, you know what that means, best summer ever. Next clip is the World War Z parody. You know how at the end where he injects himself with the virus to escape because none of the zombies think he's a person anymore, he's a zombie with them, right? But instead, before doing that, he actually injects himself with AIDS, and then he gets out, he's doing a bunch of stupid stuff, he drinks his own piss for some reason, and then when he gets back, he throws up blood and dies. I don't get this joke at all, but there's a Sesame Street thing where this lady comes over and she's really into Grover, and then she starts playing with herself.
But I played lots of games. Patty Cake and Marco Polo.
Yeah. Insult my parents. Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
And then they try to do a Sesame Street thing with apples and math, and then she starts just playing with herself again. It's funny. Like, I don't get the reference. I don't know who that is, but it's the absurdity of it is funny. Like, it's just insane. There's another E.T. skit where this dude in a car while they're flying on the bike, the car comes by and he's like, Jerry, such a show off, or whoever the hell the alien was. It's stupid. The E.T. ones are always hit or miss for me, for sure. Like, it's just like wasted time. Not wasted, but it's just like slop. The next clip is this Indian Love Boat parody. Like, for some reason they have like a farmer's market on the boat, like the Love Boat reality TV show or whatever, but instead it's Indian. I don't even know if I would consider this racist, because like, where's the insulting part? It's just, okay, there's food and stuff on the boat. I guess there's a cow there, but like, it's stupid. Like, it's just stupid. Another E.T. thing. E.T. finally returns home. The other aliens are like, you eat on the floor now because you eat food from the floor like an animal, you dirtbag. Because yeah, he did that. that in the, with the humans just kind of pooping on ET for no reason. The next one's just flat out a hockey table, right? Just literally, it's not even stop motion. Like, it's just a hockey table. And they're like, yeah, it's been 200 hours of overtime because the puck got stuck. That's it. That's the joke. Next up is a Benjamin Franklin skit, and he is banging a prostitute. But the prostitute has a very ugly face, but that gives him an idea. And you think he's gonna come up with like a way to cover her face or just ignore her face, because that's what he brings up. No. While he's actually finishing on top of her, he's like, oh, post office or something. I don't know. Then there's a Batman one, but he's not Batman. It's Bruce Wayne, and he's doing the little head thing. But then the woman screws it up because she farts, and that was it. The next one is about these rats. I forget what they're from. Okay, I know it's a cartoon or a comic or something. Again, I'm 26, and I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm stupid. He's like, oh man, there's this cheese on the thing. Oh man, you know what? It tastes disgusting though. Why does it taste disgusting? The woman comes in. She's like, oh, dude, that's my cheese. And then he just slams her against the wall by the throat, yelling at her in his funny accent. But then we get to the end skit, which is generally longer, as we've seen from previous episodes that I just talked about on this video right now today. And it's Go-Go Gadget and the the villain, the cat guy person thing that's always attacking him. But the catfish show is there. He's gonna link them together, and the guy's like, oh man, I actually love you, Go-Go Gadget man. Detective Gadget, that's his name. I forgot it for a second, despite his name literally being the thing I just said. We start seeing different scenarios where like the catfish guy exposes something that was happening and different references. I don't get any of them. I get the Noah's Ark one. God, I can't speak English. I'm running out of time. It's revealed that it wasn't actually God talking to Noah. It was a dude behind a microphone thing. And they start arguing back and forth with the catfish guy. Turns out the host, he was actually a catfish himself, like a literal catfish. And he swims off into the sunset. And that's the end of the episode. So yeah, I don't know if this deserves to be the worst rated. I feel like I think the first one was probably worse than this. At least it was more boring, right? There's definitely more funny bits in here. It's hard to tell, to be honest. Outside of the Archie thing, yeah, they're all just very mid. So at least I can say that Robot Chicken doesn't have any terrible episodes, right? It's just that their bottom rated are just very, whatever. Just slop you turn on the TV at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that is when they're airing, right? So you kind of air whatever you want at that time, and it doesn't matter. I mean, the George Lopez show was on, on Nickelodeon at that time slot. But what do you think? Do you think any episodes deserve to be in that spot except for, these or something? I don't know. Just comment something. I love listening to you guys so much, especially through the wall. Anyways, my name's Dakosity. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go start working on the best one. I'm gonna do this, but for the best episodes, and that's probably gonna be even harder because I'm hard and you're hard too, and we're all gonna be hard together. My name's Dakosity. I said that a third time. Goodbye. Happy birthday.